Most guys think relationships end overnight, like she just wakes up one day and decides it's over. But that's not how it works. The truth. A woman will give you warnings, clear signals that something isn't right long before she actually walks away. The problem is, most men ignore them, and then act shocked when she leaves. If you really pay attention, she's telling you what's going on in her heart without saying it directly. And when you miss those warnings, you lose the chance to fix things, or, at the very least, protect yourself. Today, I'm going to break down 7 signs you should never ignore from a woman. I guess these aren't just random mood swings. These are red flags that can change everything if you keep looking the other way. So sit tight, because if you've been confused about where you stand with her, this will open your eyes in a way you'll never forget. 1. She stops sharing her day with you. One of the first things a woman does when she starts disconnecting is silence. She stops telling you about the little details of her day, the drama at work, the silly thing her friend said, or even what she had for lunch. It might sound small, but that's how women bond, by sharing. When that bond is broken, it means she's emotionally checking out. Maybe she's tired of feeling unheard, or she doesn't see the point in opening up anymore. And the mistake most men make is thinking it's just a phase. It's not. It's a slow fade that kills intimacy. If she used to tell you everything, and now you have to pull teeth to get a basic answer, don't ignore it. That's her way of telling you, without words, I don't feel connected to you anymore. 2. She starts picking fights over nothing. Another big warning. Constant arguments over small, meaningless stuff. She snaps at you for leaving your shoes out, or gets irritated because you didn't answer her text right away. On the surface, it looks like she's just moody, but underneath, it's deeper. Those fights are really about unresolved emotions. They're about her feeling neglected, undervalued, or taken for granted. And instead of saying, I feel disconnected, she vents through nitpicking and drama. It's her way of forcing you to pay attention. If all your conversations turn into debates, she's not just being difficult. She's showing you that she's emotionally restless and unhappy. And if you ignore it, those fights don't go away. They grow until the relationship breaks. 3. Her affection suddenly disappears. Physical closeness is one of the clearest signals of how she feels. If she used to hug you when you walked in, kiss you out of nowhere, or lean into you while watching TV, and now all of that has vanished. Pay attention. A woman who pulls back physically is already pulling back emotionally. Sometimes it's subtle. She avoids holding hands. She sits on the other side of the couch. She just isn't in the mood. Other times it's obvious. She flat out rejects intimacy. Don't fool yourself into thinking it's just stress or hormones. When a woman withholds affection consistently, it's because her feelings are shifting. Ignoring this sign is like ignoring smoke when the fire is already burning, for she spends more time away from you. Here's another red flag. Suddenly she's always busy. More girls' nights, longer hours at work, or new hobbies that don't include you. At first it seems harmless. She deserves her space, right? But the truth is, if she's always finding reasons not to be around you, it's a sign she feels more alive away from you than with you. Think about it. People naturally want to be where they feel happy, wanted, and understood. If she's choosing everywhere else over you, that's not random. That's intentional. And here's the hard pill to swallow. She's already testing what life feels like without you in it. That distance isn't about being busy. It's her way of emotionally rehearsing for the exit. 5. Her tone changes when she talks to you. It's not just what she says, but how she says it. A woman's tone of voice reveals more than her words ever could. If she used to sound warm, playful, or excited when talking to you, and now her tone is flat, cold, or irritated, you need to pay attention. That change is emotional distance taking shape. She's no longer invested in how her words make you feel. It's the difference between someone talking to their partner and someone talking to a stranger. And once a woman gets to the point where her voice carries no affection, it means her heart is already halfway out the door. Don't wait until the silence becomes permanent. 6. She stops including you in her future. This one cuts deep. Pay attention to how she talks about the future. Does she still say we, or has it turned into I? If she used to dream out loud about trips, plans, or even silly little goals together, and now she doesn't, that's not random. It means she no longer sees you as part of her vision. She's mentally separating her path from yours, even if she hasn't admitted it yet. And once that happens, the relationship is running on borrowed time. It's like when someone stops watering a plant, they've already decided it's not worth keeping alive. If you're not in her plans, you're not really in her heart anymore. 7. She goes emotionally cold finally. The biggest warning of all. Emotional coldness. When she stops reacting to you, good or bad, it means she's checked out completely. She doesn't get angry. She doesn't get excited. She just doesn't care. Indifference is way worse than anger. Anger at least means she still feels something. But when she's cold, it means she's already detached and nothing you do moves her anymore. That's the final stage before she leaves for good. And here's the truth. Once a woman gets to this point, there's almost no coming back. That's why recognizing the earlier signs is so important, because if you wait until the coldness sets in, it's already too late. Conclusion. Now that you know these 7 warnings, the question is, are you going to keep ignoring them, or are you finally going to open your eyes? Relationships don't end suddenly. They end because people overlook the signs that were right there all along. But you don't have to make that mistake. So let me ask you, which of these warnings have you already noticed but chose to ignore out of fear of losing her? Is pretending not to see really protecting you, or just setting you up for more pain later? Think about it. And if this video opened your eyes, hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and stay with me. Because here I'll keep giving you the tools to see the truth and to finally value yourself the way you deserve.